We'll start today lying on our backs. Make your way down onto your mat. Find a comfortable position lying on your back with your knees bent or your legs extended if that feels good. Close your eyes. Take a moment to fully arrive in your practice, to arrive on the mat. And begin to breathe in and out through the nose. You can take your hands to your belly and just feel the breath moving in and out of the body. Deepening the inhale, lengthening the exhale with each round of breath. Allow the exhale to fully leave your body before you begin the next round of breath. Slowing everything down. Bringing yourself into the present moment with the breath. And just setting aside everything else that's going on today, later, or that's happened already. Allowing yourself this time to be fully present with your body, with your breath, with your true self. And now you might like to set an intention for your practice. Just think of a word or a feeling for the end of the class, how you would like to feel. And then taking the feet nice and wide apart, you can begin to sway the legs from side to side, bringing the knees all the way over to the mat on one side and then the other. You can really let the hips come into this movement as well as you move one way and then the other way. Let this be a gentle twist for your spine and a nice opening for the hips as well. Keep breathing steadily. Nice. And then you can bring the knees all the way into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Really feeling the belly press into the thighs as you breathe. And then bringing the arms out wide, you can turn the palms down for a little more support. Bring the legs to a tabletop position. Tuck your tailbone so your lower back is glued to the mat. Breathe in, and as you exhale, take the knees over to your right side. Hover them up off the mat. Use that core strength, and then come back into the center. Breathe in, and exhale over to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale to twist. Use that core strength to keep the legs in that 90-degree angle. We'll go again each side. Really activating that core here to support you through your practice. Keeping the head relaxed. And relax into the center. Hug the knees back in once again. And now taking the fingers, if you can, to the big toes. So the two-piece fingers around the big toes. Or maybe just grabbing for the outsides of the feet. Or if this is still too much, you can just wrap the hands around the backs of the knee creases. Coming to our happy baby position, Balasana. So giving yourself a little rock from side to side if you have the balance. Really drawing the knees out and down towards your shoulders to feel this opening through the hips. Breathing deeply. And then you can gently bring the knees back into the chest. Take the hands around the backs of the knees. Tuck your chin towards your chest and begin to rock gently back and forth along the spine, using your core strength to keep that control through the movement. A couple more, hovering in a little half boat position each time you come up, and then landing there in your half boat. So taking the palms upwards, knees bent. If you feel very strong here, you could extend one leg and then the other, maybe lean back a little more. If it's too much with the legs elevated, you could just have the toes resting on the mat, but we want to make sure we're finding this very lifted spine, hugging the belly in, lower back away from the mat. Another deep breath in, and exhale to release. Give yourself a little hug and a rock from side to side. And then from here, bending your right knee in towards your chest. Feel nice and lifted and tall through the spine. Flex your left toes towards your face and then wrap your left arm around the right knee. So opposite arm to knee, right fingers come behind you. Breathe in to grow tall and exhale to twist from the belly. Maybe turning your gaze around towards that back shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. And taking the breath deeply down into the space where you feel the twist. Few breaths here. Inhaling again. And exhale to center. Keep that right knee bent, but now opening it out. So the sole of the right foot is inside the left leg. Sit tall on the sitting bones again. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips. You might only be able to come down halfway to keep that nice long spine. If so, just stop wherever you feel that resistance and breathe. Keep lifting the chest towards the end of the mat to really take that stretch into the back of the leg and out of the lower back. If you're quite open in the hamstrings, you might be able to bring the elbows down, but you want to prioritize that lifted chest. And then round it up to center. We'll take that little movement on the other side. So flexing the right foot, extend the right leg, left leg comes in. Find that nice tall spine. Wrap your right arm around the left knee. Left fingers come slightly behind you. Breathe in to draw tall. And exhale to twist from the belly button. Breathing down into the belly. Maybe gazing around to the back shoulder if that feels good. Nice. And on an exhale, release into the center. Bring the left sole of the left foot onto the inside of the right thigh. Breathe in to grow tall, lift the arms up, and then exhale as you fold forward, hinging from the hips, keeping that chest lifting towards the top edge of the mat. Finding that nice deep breath here. And as we move through these different poses on each side of the body, just noticing and honoring those differences that we feel in the back of each leg. One is always tighter in the shoulders. Just really embracing those two sides to us. Be with your breath. Keep coming back to the breath. And then you can gently make your way up. Take the legs out in front of you. Just give the knees a little sway from side to side again, like we did lying on our backs. Nice. And then come over the legs. Make your way into a nice strong tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then we'll move into a cat and cow. Start by just finding that lift from your lower belly towards your spine. And then as you inhale, lift the eyes, lift the tailbone, drop the belly towards the mat. Exhale, round the back, press the floor away. And move with your breath. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. A couple more. Nice. And now bringing the left hand underneath your face into the center, reach out and up with the right arm, look up to your right thumb, feel that stretch as you twist, and then thread the right arm underneath your left shoulder, come all the way down onto the outside of the right shoulder, and then tenting the fingers of the left hand in front of you, press the floor away to swivel the chest open even more towards the side. Head is completely relaxed down. Be with your breath, breathe down into the space where you feel the twist. Keep swiveling that chest open. And then plant the left hand flat once again, press into the floor to unwind, reach up. And exhale to release to the center, ready for the other side. Right hand comes into the middle, reach out and up with the left arm, stretch up, and then exhale as you thread it underneath, coming to your thread the needle, the other side. Right fingers come in front of the face and use those fingers pressing into the floor to swivel your chest open. Couple of nice full breaths here. And then pressing the right hand into the mat, breathe into unwind, stretch up and release into the center. Now just opening the heart even more, walk the hands forward, take a deep breath in, lift the hips high, and as you exhale, sink the chest down towards the mat, keeping the arms extending for a puppy pose or anahatasana. Opening the chest, and when you find that point of resistance where your chest can't open anymore, just release your forehead into the center of the mat. Keep opening through the chest, keep extending through the arms. Breathe into the front of the body. If you are quite open in the chest already, you might be able to settle your chin and chest onto the mat. Just see what works with your body. Nice. And then curling yourself back up off the mat, plant the hands, step back, straight back with the legs to come to a high plank position. Take a deep breath in, feel strong in the plank, make that straight line with your body. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, lower the knees. You can just lower the whole body in one go to the mat. And then come up to a cobra position as you inhale, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then from there, push back to your tabletop position. That's our option 1 for our sun salutations. Option 2 is from the plank to bring the knees down, then the chest and chin, keeping the hips lifted. And from there, come to cobra. So have a go at both, see which works better for you. And we will prepare for some sun salutations, first coming into a downward facing dog. So for downward dog, set up your foundation, ground through the palms, spread wide into the fingers. Inhale, and then as you exhale, lift the knees, send your belly onto the thighs, staying in a deep squat with the legs. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, come to downward dog, making that A-frame shape with the body, opening the chest towards the legs, pressing out from the shoulders. So you're pressing the floor away. And then you can pedal the feet, bend one knee and then the other. Maybe let the hips wiggle from one side to the other side. Breathing as fully as you can, bending the knees as much as you need to in the downward dog if you're tight through the backs of the legs. And then beginning to tiptoe the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold at the top of the mat. When you reach the top of the mat, take the feet a little wider, bend the knees as much as you need to bring the belly to the thighs, and then hang the body heavy, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, swaying from side to side. Release any tension from the neck and the upper back. Allow gravity to create space in the body. Keep breathing in and out. Keep focusing on your breath. And then slowly from here begin to roll up to standing, one vertebra at a time, leaving the head and neck till last. And when you reach standing, rolling your shoulders a few times and stepping to the top edge of the mat. So now coming to Tadasana, the mountain pose, turning the palms forwards, spreading down into the feet. Pull up on your kneecaps so the knees are strong. Draw up through the crown of the head. Come back to your breath here. We'll move into some sun salutation A's with no lunges. Bring your hands to heart center. As you breathe in, reach the arms out and up. Look to your thumbs. Exhale, fold into the legs. Breathe in, take a halfway lift, flat back and straight legs. And then lower the hands and step all the way back to plank. Full breath in plank. And then as you exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin, or the whole body in one go. As you breathe in, curl forward to a cobra position. And as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Full inhale here. And a long exhale. And look between the hands. Take 2 giant steps or a little walk to the top edge of the mat. Folding back into the legs. And then rising up through a flat back to reach up. And lower the hands to the heart. We'll do that a couple more times. Breathe in, hands come out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Lower the hands. Find your plank position. Take a full breath in. And come through your vinyasa, your flow to the mat. Through to a cobra position, elbows back. And press back to downward dog. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Finding your way to the top edge of the mat once again now. And rising up through that flat back shape. Reach up. And lower the hands to the heart. We'll take it one more time. Hands come out. And folding forward. Halfway lift. Lower the hands, step back to a high plank. Full breath in. Lower knees, chest and chin, or just all in one line. Find your cobra position and press back to downward dog. One full round of breath. Look between the hands. Take 2 big steps or a walk. Rise up to standing, reach up and lower the hands to the heart. Hands down by your sides now. Take a couple of full breaths. Feel your heartbeat a little faster. And now we'll add in some lunges. So once again, hands at heart center, reaching out and up. And folding forward as you exhale. Breathe into halfway lift. Lower the hands, step back on the right foot only. Right knee comes down. Inhale in your low lunge. Just taking a couple of breaths here to feel that stretch through the hips. And then you can lower the hands once again, find your plank position. Breathe in. Option to take chaturanga here. Elbows go back, come through a half press up position, and then flip the tops of the feet into upward facing dog. Lift the thighs and press back to downward facing dog. With your next inhale, reach your right leg up. Bring it forward, step it between the hands. Left knee comes down. Inhale in your low lunge. And exhale here, feel that stretch. Breathe in again. And exhale as you step and fold at the top of the mat. Rise, lifting through the crown of the head, reach up and lower the hands to the heart. Full inhale. Long exhale. And we'll do that on the left side now. Hands come out and up. Fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Lower the fingertips, step back on the left foot only. Find your breath in the low lunge. Find that stretch. And then lower the hands. Take your plank position. Full breath in. And then lower the whole body to the floor or come through a chaturanga and upward facing dog. And back to downward dog. One full breath here. And then reaching up with the left leg with your next inhale. Bring it forward. Step it between the hands. Bring your right knee down. Inhale in your low lunge. Exhale. Breathe in again. And as you exhale, step forward and fold at the top of the mat. Lifting through the crown of the head, rise up to standing and reach into the fingers. Lower the hands to the heart. Bring your hands down by your sides. Just take a couple of nice full breaths here. We'll take that flow again, adding in some standing poses now. I'm going to turn around so you can see me a little better on the first side. Starting by reaching out and up. And then exhaling to fold forward. Breathing into halfway lift. Lower the fingertips, step back on the right foot only. This time keep the right thigh lifting up towards the ceiling. Press back through the right heel. And then as you inhale, rise up to a high crescent lunge. Back leg is straight, body is tall and lifted, belly towards the spine. Find your breath here. Straighten through the back leg, sink lower with the hips. Another breath in. And then as you exhale, open the back foot out at an angle to come to warrior two. Arms out in a T shape, gazing over the front fingers. Front knee stays bent and in line with the toes. Now flip your left palm, bring your right hand to the back of your right thigh and reach up. Find length through the left side body. Stretch up through the fingers. Keep that bend in the front knee. And then bring your left elbow to your left knee without putting any weight into that shoulder. Just lift up away from the leg. And then take your right arm alongside your right ear to make a diagonal line with the body from the right fingers to the right toes. Breathe into that stretch. And then coming back up to your warrior two, straighten through the front leg. Short step your back foot slightly, a few inches, making a triangle shape with your legs. Breathe in as you slide the shoulders forward, keep the hips where they are, and then open up to a triangle pose. Press the back of the left hand into the inside of the left ankle or calf. Really try to open that chest. Finding your breath here. Breathing through the sensation. And then you can bring your arms down to the top of the mat. Step back to your plank position. Take a full breath in. And come through your flow. Knees, chest and chin, or the whole body. And then up to cobra or upward facing dog. Press it back to downward facing dog. Full inhale, and then as you exhale, sigh the air out through your mouth. And then look between the hands, take 2 big steps or a walk to the top edge. And rise up to standing. Reach into the fingers and lower the hands to the heart. We'll take that on the left side now, and I'll just come to the other side again so you can see. When you're ready, reaching out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe into halfway lift. Lower the fingertips, step back on the left foot only. Lift the left thigh strongly towards the sky. And then when you're balanced, rise up to your high crescent lunge. Hug the belly towards the spine. Hug the rib cage in so you're not bending into your lower back. Lift the rib cage away from the hips. Press back through the left heel. Feel strong here. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, open out into your warrior 2 position. Feel nice and strong through the legs. Keep that front knee in line with the toes. Gazing with confidence over your right fingers. And then place your left hand on your left thigh. Flip your right palm. Reach up, look up, stretch up through the right side body. And then with an exhale, bring your right elbow down onto your right knee, but without putting any weight in that shoulder. Lift up and away from the leg. Use your core strength to hold you up. And then reach your left arm alongside your left ear for that extended side angle position. And then rising up once again, straighten through the front leg, short step your back foot slightly to make that strong triangle shape. And then breathe in to slide the shoulders forward, keep the hips back, and then open to your triangle pose. Look up to that top thumb. Feel that stretch, keep maintaining that strength through your core muscles. And then windmilling the arms, bring your hands down either side of that front foot and step back to plank. Take a full breath in and then take your flow, whichever variation you are choosing, and meet back in downward dog. And then when you're ready from there, make your way forward into a plank once again, and then just lower yourself to the ground. Take a pause lying on your belly. Take a few nice deep breaths. And you can stack your forehead on your hands, give your hips a little wiggle from side to side. And then interlacing the hands behind your lower back, begin to squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze the glutes together to lift your legs, and then lift your head up. So we're in a locust position, finding a very strong back bend, using the strength of the muscles in the back body to lift us up. Maybe even look up, stretch back through the fingers, and then release it down. Turn your head over to your left side. And then reaching back for the left foot with the left hand. Feel that stretch in your left hip flexor, in the front of the left thigh. Hug the left heel towards you. And then coming up onto your right forearm, begin to kick the left foot into the left hand for a half bow position. Finding this back bend here. Breathe in and release as you exhale. Ready for the other side. Turn your head over towards the right. Reach back for your right foot with your right fingers. Hug the heel towards your bottom. Feel that stretch. And then you can press up onto the front of the left arm and begin to kick the right foot into the right hand for your half bow position, floor bow. And now if those half bows felt enough for you, you can just do another one on each side, or you can try reaching for the inside of each foot at the same time, and then kicking the feet into the hands for an upward bow position, staying on your belly, and then using the strength of the glutes and the thighs to kick the legs into the air, to lift your chest. You can try it with the hands on the insides or the outsides of the feet. Just make sure they're on the feet, not the ankles. And then release when you've had enough. On an exhale, give your hips a wiggle from side to side. Nice. And then we'll make our way back into a child's pose. Take the knees nice and wide, round the back, over the legs. Coming back to your breath, slowing the heart rate down. And then from there, making your way around to a seated position. Just take a nice seated forward fold. So sit up on a cushion or a block if you have one, or just be on your mat. Find that nice lifted chest and then round the spine. Allow the spine to round. We're not trying to get the head to the knees. We're just relaxing in this forward fold position. You can bend the knees as much as feels good. If you're feeling tight through the backs of the legs, taking a few nice deep breaths here. Feeling the breath, sending a message to any tightness or tension in the body and letting it go. And then bringing yourself upright and bending the knees to come down all the way onto your back. Like we did at the start, just sway the knees from side to side. And then we'll take a butterfly position with the legs. Bring the outer edges of the feet together. Let the knees drop out. You can bring your arms up to a cactus shape, bending the elbows. Just let the whole body spread out and down into the floor. Feel this sweet sensation of yoga in the body. This feeling is yoga, and it exists within you all the time, not just at the end of a yoga class. Now extending the legs out along the mat. Bring your arms down by your sides and come to savasana, corpse position. Completely relax your whole body into the floor. Let your breath be natural. Give yourself at least 2 minutes of complete stillness. Now you can wiggle your fingers and toes, turn your head from side to side. And then if it feels good, stretch the whole body out along the floor. Point the toes away from you, reach the arms back behind you. And then when you're ready, make your way over to one side. Just rest on your side for a moment. And then you can press yourself up to a seated position. Coming to a nice tall spine. Finding a seat. And just taking a few deep breaths. Now I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Thank your body for all it allows you to do. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you've loved this longer yoga practice. If you would like more videos like this, let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for lots of free yoga tutorials and flows. I hope you have the most beautiful day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.